Hi, this is Blake again, and so in the previous video we basically got our development environment up and running, and we knew that it worked, and that was a huge accomplishment. So in this video we're going to do some additional configuration things, both to the VirtualBox software as well as to the Linux operating system that we're running in the VirtualBox. So this is sort of what it looked like at the end of our last video, and I'm just going to go ahead and close this up. Actually, I'm going to type exit, and that will take me out of the Docker container. So you'll see the command line change again. This is the command line of my regular Ubuntu environment, and I'm going to exit out of that. And then, so what we need to do is install some software on our virtual machine here so that we can have a window bigger than the size that it is now. So we're going to come up to Machine, View, Input, Devices. And we're going to say insert the guest editions CD. And this comes from the VirtualBox people, and this puts some extensions into your Linux system so that you can use the full screen and stuff like that. So you can skip this. If what you have is okay, you can skip this entirely and work exactly the way it worked a minute ago, and you'd be fine. This is just if you want to do a little bit extra configuration so it's a little more comfortable. So I came up to Devices and I said insert the guest edition CD, and it wants to open it in the file manager. And you can say okay, but we don't really care because we're going to go to the command line again, because we do stuff on the command line all the time. And so we're going to run an installation script, and the installation script is we have to be sudo, we have to be root, you have to do sudo all the time to be root. And we're going to go to media, and there's the and I'm hitting the tab key. And it's sort of auto completing this stuff for me. So I did sudo media bg VBox whatever this is additions and we want to run the VBoxLinuxAdditions.run. I think this is what we want to do. So unfortunately I didn't quite type this right, so well, let's just see what happens here. So I'm going to try and do VBoxLinuxAdditions.run, and let's just see if I hit return. Password, of course. And now this, if everything goes right, so okay, everything didn't go right. This told me that I wasn't really set up to build these kernel modules. So I have to install, it tells me I need to install the GCC make Perl packages from my distribution. So this is unfortunately not as simple as I thought it was going to be. We can go through it, but it takes a minute. And so I think we want to do sudo apt-get install like GCC. Yeah. I think we just want to do install GCC. And this should install basically everything we need to do. So again, say yes. Let it do its thing. I don't think this one will take too terribly long, but I'm going to go ahead and pause, and when it's done I'll be back. And I'm back, and this is what it looks like for me, and so I'm just going to try that exact same command again. And you can usually use the arrow keys. So I'm just going to do the up arrow key, and I'm going to just try this exact same command again and see if it runs. Okay, so installing GCC looks like it has installed enough stuff. Oh no, I'm sorry. So I need to do the GCC make Perl commands. Okay, so I still need to install something else. So I need to sudo apt-get install make. I'm going to up arrow and try and run that same command again. Okay, and so installing make gave me enough of whatever this needed to install the extensions. It says it may take a while, so I'm going to believe it, and I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I'll be back when it's done. And I'm back, and hopefully you have this successful thing, VirtualBox guest edition starting, and it says that we need to restart. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm just going to come down here. This is the power button, and I'm going to say reboot. And this will reboot my Ubuntu 16.04.3 virtual environment. And the biggest, so what this is going to enable, because now we installed those extensions, is now we should truly be able to copy and paste between Windows and our virtual machine. So I'm going to log in, and with some luck, if we make this full screen, then our Ubuntu environment will adjust, which it doesn't look like it did. But ideally, this would have adjusted, my desktop would have also adjusted to this new size, which I'm surprised it didn't. But it is what it is. Let's see if the copy-paste works between. So let's see, I'm going to come here and I'm going to copy this. Come back here and I'm going to say paste. Okay, well, at least copy-paste works. I don't know what to do with it. In theory, the beautiful part about that was this was going to make my screen enlarge. I'm going to try restarting one more time. So I'm just going to say reboot. Perhaps with my window expanded, this time as it boots, it'll figure it out and give me the full desktop. Aha! This is what I was hoping for. Okay, and so, we still primarily work from the command line, but this is a little bit nicer environment to work in. So not the simplest of changes, but definitely things you want to install if you have the time. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.